I've been playing a whole bunch of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate lately. I even brought a GameCube pad to make it look like I know what I'm doing. And whilst it's undoubtedly a fantastic game, is it the ultimate Smash Bros. Game? Is it the best in the series? I thought in this video I would rank them all and in the process try and work out whether or not Ultimate really is the best Smash Bros. Game of the lot. A big thanks to all our subscribers, welcome back, you're all wonderful people. If you haven't subscribed, you're still wonderful. But maybe if you get to the end of this video and you enjoyed the watch, you could consider subscribing as well. Without further ado, let's get into it. It seems harsh to throw the original Super Smash Bros. At the bottom of this list, because it's still a superb game. A totally novel idea that Masahiro Sakurai had to develop in secret, as he was sure Nintendo would reject the idea of Mario, Pikachu and Link all kicking the stuffing out of each other. Fortunately, they signed off on the idea, resulting in a totally unique twist on the fighting game genre and a wonderful little celebration of Nintendo itself. Smash 64 was one of my favourite games on that console, and it laid some fantastic groundwork for the series going forward. It's only really at the bottom of this list, because each subsequent game was able to build on the fantastic foundations it put down. Super Smash Bros. For 3DS was rather surprising when it was first announced, but the game translated to the handheld device rather well. It packed in tons of content, featuring the exact same 58 character roster as its bigger brother on the Wii U, and even had a few exclusive modes and stages. For serious competitive play it kinda fell short, mainly due to the limitations of the 3DS itself, but playing Smash on the go was great and it's arguably one of the best for casual smashers. In at number 4 is Brawl. Now this is still a lot of people's favourite Smash game and it's easy to understand why. The competitive scene wasn't quite as enamoured with it due to much slower gameplay compared with its predecessor and certain gimmicks such as tripping, but for more casual play it was fantastic. It still has the greatest single player mode in any Smash game, with Subspace Emissary offering a full-on side-scrolling platformer complete with a narrative and cutscenes featuring a host of characters from Nintendo and beyond. Honestly, I think Brawl gets a little bit of a free pass purely because of just how good Subspace Emissary was. The core gameplay is still good, but it lacked the kind of intensity of the games that came before it. If people are saying nice things about Brawl, they're usually talking about the single player mode. Still, it introduced third-party characters to the mix and is arguably one of the best games on the Wii. One of the best games on the Wii U was Smash Bros. For Wii U. It struck a happy medium between the casual appeal of Brawl and the more frenetic pace of the GameCube's Melee, and seeing that vast array of characters in HD for the first time was a real treat. And it's that roster which earns this game a bronze medal on this list, because I don't think anyone ever thought we'd see the likes of Cloud or Ryu show up. It really cemented the series' fan-pleasing credentials, as well as its role as a digital video game museum. Despite the sizable roster, it was pretty well balanced too, until Bayo showed up, and it was also the game that finally saw Nintendo get on board, to a certain extent, with the competitive scene. That scene has and still does play the second place game on this list, Super Smash Bros. Melee. The first game was popular, but the follow-up on GameCube is arguably what made the franchise one of Nintendo's most important. It added a host of new stages and fighters, more than doubling the roster from 64's 12 to 26. More than that though, it offers the fastest, tightest and the most technical gameplay in the series, which is why serious players still flock to the game nearly 20 years later. I love Melee, and it's probably the Smash game that I have played the most so far. But I have to say, it's Ultimate that has pulled me back into the series like no other game has before it. With a roster comprising of every fighter to ever show up in any of the previous games, as well as the addition of the likes of Banjo-Kazooie, Ridley, King K. Rool and more, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is arguably the biggest fan service the industry has ever seen. Some of us wondered how Sakurai would ever top the roster in Smash 4, but Ultimate blows the Wii U title out of the water. The core gameplay isn't quite as technical as Melee, but there's more than enough depth to make competitive play engaging for players and spectators alike. World of Light may have been a shallower experience than Subspace Emissary on the whole, but the inventive use of the game's characters to represent the plethora of spirits throughout made every battle a blast, and some of them were downright awesome. More than anything else though, Smash Ultimate is a love letter to the entire medium of video games, and whatever drawbacks it has are more than made up for by the great gameplay and that phenomenal roster. It's not perfect, But I think it definitely earns its title of Ultimate, and if you ask me, it is the best of the bunch. But I'm keen to hear your thoughts though, so let me know your rankings down in the comments and let me know what you think of this video. If you enjoyed it, go and check out some of the other stuff we've got here on Nintendo Village, and if you enjoy that, maybe consider subscribing to the channel as well. We have new videos up every week, and be sure to check out the nintendovillage.com for news, reviews, features, podcasts, and all that cool stuff. Thanks again for watching, I'll see you all next time.